Hello everyone, I'm Ray.
And I'm Noah. Happy Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed your week. Now it's time for the weekly news.
First, we have a message from Sarah about ILO PFL.
Seniors enrolled in ILO PFL are reminded that the course is due December 31st. Check the Google Classroom, log into Everify.net, and start completing the modules. If you have any questions, email Mr. Miko. Don't wait till the last minute.
Thanks, Sarah. Seniors, you better get a move on it. I know I don't want to see him back next year.
Me personally, I don't want to see him either. Now a word from Casey about the Relay for Life.
Hey Bucks, it's that time of year again. We are looking for students to get involved in the Relay for Life. Our Relay for Life isn't until May, but we have lots of planning to do. Contact Mr. Mancuso via email or go to room 308 if you would like to be a part of the event leadership team. You will help out with the planning, setup, and execution of the relay.
Join the cause, RBR. Mr. Mancuso says it looks great on job and college applications.
And if you're going to help the cause, works for me.
Now let's go on location with Gabe as he talks about the Multicultural Club.
The Multicultural Club will meet after school on December 13th in room 242. The Multicultural Club will take a virtual trip to the Mexican state of Oaxaca, just like you see here, but the meeting will be even better. All members are encouraged to attend, and new members are also welcome.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Do you know what else looks amazing?
Saturdays?
I mean, I guess. But I was talking about the staff at RBR, especially RBR's educator and educator specialist of the year, Miss Carrigg and Miss Barry.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear an interview from both of them. But first, let's go to Miss Carrigg.
So how long have you been at RVR?
A really long time. No, it's been 18 years. This is my 18th year.
Were you any place before coming to RVR?
I mean, I student taught in northeastern Pennsylvania, but my first job was actually at RVR. So my parents were both in the educational field, so it's kind of what I was exposed to my whole life. And then my senior year, I had a really good calculus teacher who inspired me. And I was a soccer player, so I figured I could be a coach, and then I could also teach at the same time, and so it just made sense to me.
Word of wisdom for any future educators?
So honestly, this is difficult because I feel like the political climate and just the climate around education needs to change a little bit, because I do worry that we're not going to get enough students who want to become teachers. So I do hope that some things change within society a little bit to push people towards education again. But my words of wisdom would be, hang in there. There's some good years, there's some bad years, but there's a reason why you get into the field. And even if you're having a bad year, just kind of stick with it.
Your favorite music genre?
I feel like everybody's going to judge me for this, but I'm not a huge music person. I don't really I listen to what's on the radio, mainly pop country, I guess, right now, 106.3. Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone you don't listen to a radio, do you?
No
one
really,
does.
No,
yeah, I
anymore.
actually still listen to the radio. So whatever is on and that's popular is probably what I'm listening to.
That's fair. Special hobby or interest?
I'm a huge workout person. So I have a love-hate relationship with running, but I do it. But I'm a big boot camp person. I like to lift weights, pretty much anything active and outdoors. If I'm not working here, I'm probably at the gym.
If you could choose one superpower, what would it be?
I think, have you ever seen the movie Click with Adam Sandler? How he has a remote where you can kind of fast forward, rewind, pause. Mm-hmm. I think I would actually do that. I could mute, I could turn the volume up, I think I would, so I guess time travel, or if I could just have a remote to control time. I think that would be really cool.
The last question is, if you weren't in your current position, where would you be working?
At a gym. If money didn't matter, I would probably be at a gym all the time.
Amazing. Now what about Miss Barry?
Take it away, Eden.
All right, how long have you been working at RBR?
I have been here for 6 years this coming spring. So I arrived in the 16-17 school year.
And where were you before RBR?
Prior to RBR, I was at Atlantic Highlands, which is K-6 school, and I was in the library, and I was also teaching 2nd and 3rd grade, which is kind of crazy to think how I jumped from that to high school. But before that, I think most people would find it kind of interesting that before I was in education, I was actually a flight attendant for a really long time, traveling the world.
That's so cool. What made you pick your career?
Well, Eden, I picked this career because my mom told me not to be a teacher. No, I thought I wanted to be a teacher when I was young, much younger, like elementary school. And then my mom, who was a teacher and underpaid and really struggling with equality in women in education, who became a professor of Spanish and did that most of her career, she said, really, this is not a great career for women. And things have changed a lot. Ironically, the head of feminist group is actually here interviewing me. But I went off and got a theater degree, did theater for a while, then traveled the world as a flight attendant, knowing I was going to do something else. And after I stopped that job, I went back to kind of what my core was, which was education, and started teaching, and not realizing that really technology and library was really kind of my interest all along. And so here I am all these years later, having been a librarian for a very long time now. I'm not even sure how many years, probably 2008 maybe is when I got that degree.
So if you weren't in like your current position, where would you be?
Okay, I think I would be somewhere in an international city, some really cool city with a lot of bakeries and restaurants, and probably I'd have a really neat bookstore, which would have like nights for like Eden's band to come in and play music, and then there would be author visits, and there would be really great music playing, and we would all be talking about books all day. So there's a dream.
That sounds like the dream. What's your favorite music genre?
I think I was influenced a lot for what I like in music from my dad, who had this awesome collection of like 70s kind of singer-songwriter stuff mixed with like a reggae mix. He had all this crazy music that I grew up listening, even though I was kind of young for it. So when I turn on a playlist, often it'll be like a 70s singer-songwriter list. It'll be something with indie stuff. I like to hear people that are really taking their time to write the lyrics. I'm not as much about the instrumentals, even though I played cello for a long time, all the way up through high school. So I like that kind of string sound, something even like as crazy as Rush or Kansas, where they have like intricate music going along with really cool lyrics.
Do you have like a favorite hobby or special interest?
I have a lot of hobbies. Obviously, the first one's going to be reading, and reading all kinds of genre of books. But I'm going to say, in terms of hobbies, I like to be outdoors. So if it's kayaking, hiking, definitely like exploring mountains, and I like places that have culture and arts all combined. And I'm kind of a foodie. Like, I love to try new restaurants and see what chefs are doing. So kind of a combination of things.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I think I already have a superpower. I think librarians are superheroes. So I'll answer that.
Wow. 2 out of many great staff members at RBR.
I also hear they're starting a Buck of the Month program to honor more staff members.
That's a great idea. Do you know what else is great? And don't say Saturdays.
Any of this week's announcements?
That's right. We wish you a great weekend. Bye now.
Stay positive, Bucks. Don't be negative.